Growing up, my siblings and I seemed to be able to make almost anything into a competition. I mean, we had little money, so it's probably the main way we entertained ourselves. One of the competitions I thought funny I was not a part of, but when there was a new baby, mom or dad trying to get, if your mom, get them to say the word mommy as a first word. Daddy wants the first word to be daddy, so they'd be coaching to see who could win this. Well, I got a big kick out of it when one of my niece's first words, not mommy, not daddy, mine. Big sis was playing with something and she decided she would have none of that. Her first word was mine. Certainly, the word mine can be dangerous on the lips of a child. It could be something that precedes a temper tantrum or a squabble. On the lips of a grown-up, it can lead to separation where there is none, or to selfishness, or sometimes great selfishness. But on the lips of Jesus today, it is a beautiful word. Jesus is speaking of himself as the shepherd, as our shepherd. And he says of his flock, he says, he's not the hired worker. He says, no, I know mine. Mine know me. I will lay down my life for them. They are mine. When Jesus uses the word, it implies both responsibility for others in a way that we actually have skin in the game, so to speak, and of willingness to sacrifice for them. And if you and I use the word mine as Jesus did, it is a beautiful word. You know, it invites of us a willingness to be responsible to care for, and to even sacrifice for others. So you who are married, for example, of the over 8 billion people on the world, you said to this person, would you be my wife, my husband? Now, not mine in the way of I own you or control you, but mine. You would be the one to whom I would commit my life, my body, my future. Would you be mine? It's also true of having kids. The word sounds different on our tongue when it's my daughter, my son. We have an extra responsibility. So it is with friendship. There's a difference in relating when I know him, I know her, she knows me. Youth group, teenagers, we love that you belong to this parish and youth group. There's a bond you have with your leaders and with this parish, and we with you. So me as a priest. Now, I know that on some level, my responsibility is the archdiocese as a whole, and beyond that, I do speak nationally sometimes, and I publish books because I want to do as much good as I can in the short time that I have on earth. But it is to the parish to which I am assigned that I most belong. I can say of you that you are mine. And I will pour out my life for you in ways that I will not for others. Not because they're not good and deserving, because they are. But I would say, I'm glad that you are mine, and you are worth my life. Perhaps in that choice to use the simple word mine today, Jesus reminds each of us to re-choose what is ours. What a gift to the world when we each lovingly commit and recommit ourselves to our spouses, our church, our kids, our friends. We need to be able to say and mean the word mine. And here's what I think is particularly great about this. Doing so then helps us and leads us to love the bigger world. After Jesus says, "You're mine," he then says, "Now I have other sheep, not in this little group, that I must lead and speak to as well. They too are mine," that there might be one family. And so what happens with us, each relationship where we can say mine is like a school of love, where we learn to love the bigger world, right? So for example, tending a garden puts us in touch with the fragile beauty of all of creation, the earth, the air, our water, and all living things, which are ours to nurture and reverence. I mean, how can I say I love all of creation if I don't even take care of my own dog, right? There's something about doing that broadens us. Marriage, like the young couple, your granddaughter who got married yesterday right here, that marriage is for them. They are to find comfort, pleasure, hope, security, love, God. But we always talk about it's not just for them. They are to together be better for the world with each other than they could be apart. And knowing and being known in friendship breaks us open to see our common humanity with all God's kids. And loving our kids, if you have more than one, they're each unique, right? Helps us see how, really, ultimately, that they're all our kids. It is truly when we, and you and I can love what is mine to love, that our hearts can be broadened to love the whole world. Yeah. When my niece said her first word, it was mine. Could be a dangerous word. But when you and I say it and mean it like Jesus did today, it is a beautiful and important word.